Greetings in the Lord. There is a big difference between God and our superego. People, however, frequently confuse one with the other. The voice of superego has to do with that inner voice of oughts and shoulds that we have. It has to do with all of the bad boy and naughty girl tapes that sometimes go all the way back to our childhood. Sometimes people confuse their conscience with what in fact is their superego. Now, the superego has a temporary role to play in the development of children. After all, youngsters are not capable of making adult decisions. They need very clear guidelines for their own protection. But somewhere along the way in life, we need to learn to grow up. Now, we can never erase those old tapes that we have acquired when we were youngsters, but what we can do is get a different set of tapes, the message of Jesus Christ, and play those new tapes at a louder volume. The message of Jesus is a very clear one. It is that our God is a God of love and forgiveness and understanding and compassion. In prayer, however, we are sometimes beset by an inner voice that accuses and condemns and rejects. And at that time, we make the critical mistake of confusing God with the superego. If that's God, we don't want anything to do with that God. Who can blame us? Who needs that kind of accusatory voice that lays a critical guilt trip on us, that has nothing at all to contribute to us except a lot of oughts and shoulds? Well, how can you tell which is the true God of Jesus and which is the superego? Well, when the voice of God is speaking to us, we don't feel trapped. Rather, we are gently invited to grow. We are not browbeaten and made to feel unworthy. The feeling is one of being shown possibilities rather than being issued an ultimatum. Our old nemesis, the superego, on the other hand, is a relentless taskmaster. We feel like we have no choice open to us. We must, ought, should do such and such. There's no inner peace and there's no feeling of freedom. What a pity that so many persons think that by rejecting their superego, they are rejecting God. Actually, such individuals might be a lot closer to the kingdom of heaven than they suspect.